Welcome back to session 9. This is act 2 of this session, and hopefully you've been following along. Frederick may or may not have been possessed, and we are done taking a rest, and we shall continue our underground exploration. And with that, back to Dennis.
I hope he was possessed at this point.
Hey, we'll share the map again.
So, Ember, do you think it possessed Frederick because he also came back from the dead?
Maybe.
Wait.
Let's see.
Like,
We're-
maybe
we're
his connection to the Raven Queen makes him more susceptible to this kind of thing.
Hold the fort.
You're asleep.
Oh, I thought we were, no, we're
Oh, we all
awake.
wake up. You're all awake.
I thought we were doing the rest.
You did.
No.
Long rest.
You guys got rest.
For Ember and
Regali.
Regali.
They're
Yeah,
just accepting
but-
exhaustion.
Oh, they're just going for the exhaustion. Okay, never mind. That's good.
Why are we assuming that it's a ghost that possessed Frederick?
Well,
thought you
have you heard
said-
of anything else possessing stuff?
And going through walls
Well, I mean, I've
and turning invisible and laughing and disembodied voice that disappears through solid.
Also, we did come here to investigate missing children.
Now, yeah, and one of you heard it laughing, right? Remember when we was fighting those guys?
yeah,
Yeah.
up top on surface.
Yeah. Now, does
And-
anybody remember the sound that one made when we knocked off that there cliff?
Wow!
So
That's happening.
Dennis, the sound that we
Not that one, the other one.
Oh, the other one.
not the
There was a
Wilhelm.
child screaming.
Yeah, not the Wilhelm scream.
All I remember is the Wilhelm Street. That was excellently edited, by the way.
Thank you. Do we recognize the voices being the same? Or no? I mean, this child, didn't he go missing like 15 years ago?
Wasn't there that one monster that was like mimicking the sound of a
Yeah.
child?
Yeah.
That's the one that we
that's-
knocked off the cliff that then was talking like a child. It was weird.
I had completely forgotten about the fact that a child went missing in here until Ember just brought it up.
Are you serious? The whole reason we're here is
Uh,
interesting, like inappropriate that Frederick is the one who remembers the sound so clearly,
yeah,
considering he was blind at the time.
I don't know. I don't know.
So we're
Let's-
Yeah, that enhances your
investigating
other
a
senses.
child that went missing 15 years ago, and
Yep.
now there is a pale white child who disappears through walls and is invisible and
You gotta either
Possessed
help
Frederick.
it,
Okay.
you gotta help it to pass on or destroy it. Those are the only two options.
Okay,
I'm more
Until-
prone to destroying it.
okay. Until we get evidence to the contrary, let's assume it's a ghost. Frederick, are you ready to go back in the water and blow up the beaver dams?
Yes.
Were we diligent enough to ask Fox what the name of the missing child was?
Doubtfully.
Nope.
We are incompetent adventurers. This is
Yep.
the worst investigation
We didn't.
ever.
I don't believe we even got a description or even know what gender the child is.
Oh, no.
Well, we didn't think
So-
that would be the last time that we would talk to Fox and not,
True.
Well,
run
I did
away
think
from
we were
him.
being sent to investigate a child who went missing long ago, and he wasn't coming with us. I think.
Well, I mean, did you expect it to be a ghost child? I know I did not.
I expected it to be a dead child.
And in our defense, in our defense, we were attacked by halfling assassins that kind of sped up our process of getting out here.
Nope, we were attacked on our way here.
Things
Fox
have
sent
happened.
us
And
Things
and
have
wasn't
happened.
coming with us.
remember,
And we are
we did
really
talk
bad
to
at our
Fox
job.
again after that, but you realized he couldn't be trusted, so we
It wasn't
ran away.
Fox.
Yeah, but we weren't going to until Frederick died. Like we were
Oh.
headed straight here when he died.
Oh,
That is true. I
Okay.
do
don't-
remember that part.
Still, I doubt there's many human children around here.
All
Do we
right.
even know if it's human? Was it a halfling? We don't know.
We don't have a lot of information, so I think it is best just to ignore this entirely and move
Didn't
forward.
one of you see him?
You're the worst
Didn't the child look
investigators
human?
ever.
What's that? What'd you say, Amber?
Didn't someone see him?
I did.
Yeah.
It looked like a little boy.
Okay.
Yeah, we just don't know if the child whose death we're investigating was a little human boy or some other race or gender because
Right.
we didn't ask.
We do know that the ghost was not a furball because you didn't know what a furball was.
Yes,
Oh,
but we're not investigating a ghost. We are investigating a missing child that may or may not be this ghost.
All right.
And
Well,
we have
let's.
no way to verify it because we have no info.
all right.
don't-
I'm going to go blow up those beaver dams.
I don't believe you're actually here specifically to search for a missing child.
No, we were searching here because of a missing child because we're worried that it's being misappropriated for the evil cult people. They need a vessel.
Who said
so-
anything about a cult?
You did.
You did. I know.
You but
I
Fox.
watched
Wait a minute.
previous episodes.
Bane.
There's a
Bane. Bane is back walking around Faerun, and the fear is that this missing boy was going to be used as a vessel
Vessel.
to bring
vessel?
Ball back. And
But we
didn't-
still don't know for sure if it was a boy that was missing. It was literally just a child. So we're investigating whether or
Let's
not
make-
this is the site.
Let's make the assumption that since Ball is a dude, he wants a boy and not a girl.
That's about as good investigation stuff as we have right now. That's about all we got.
Sounds like
Now,
he's chosen to present his mail previously. Let's assume he was doing so once again. Okay,
Okay.
we are looking for a missing male child of some description and some race.
who's probably
And-
walking around in human form.
Let's also make the assumption that this ghost is that child because there probably wasn't multiple dead children.
We don't
At
know
least
that.
hopefully not.
We were specifically told that children dared themselves to come into the mine shaft and one never came back. But we don't know for certain that there weren't others who
True.
disappeared that the town cared less about.
Oh, now that's just sad.
And judging by how Frederick was acting,
It
this child
happens.
cared more about playing than actual safety. So
All right, Frederick, go blow up some beaver.
All right, let's go blow up these beaver
And
dams.
it's one child went missing in the last 15 years. We have no idea how long this ghost has been here.
Are you going to do the rope trick with like
I
the
think
yank
that's the-
yank?
I think that's the most prudent thing.
Unless you guys
Yeah.
all want to go in.
That has gone very well for us previously. Yes, let's do that again.
but
Actually,
if you do
we
see
could probably even
beavers,
do 2 people again.
yeah,
Two
Okay.
people in the water.
Yes,
2 people
On the
out of
grounds
the
that
water specifically.
it's 2
Two
people
in,
in
two
and 2
out.
people out. Because if one gets attacked or goes unconscious or something, the other can still tug the rope.
Okay, hold that thought for a moment. Mm. I guess my only question is, whoever goes in with Frederick, how are they going to see?
Do fairy fire again.
What are-
Or Ember, you still got that dark vision?
I do, but it's
I don't know if we want to waste.
a pretty powerful
Yeah.
spell.
True. Well, you know what? Here. I can go in first, take care of one, see what happens, and then we can go from there.
Okay.
Sounds
And
good.
if there is something that starts coming out after me, I will attempt to get back to shore, and then we can maybe face it there, as opposed to in its home turf of water.
Valid.
So let's try that. Give me the rope.
All right.
Tie the rope around my middle.
Where you want to go?
He's diving in. He's going deep in over his face. Sorry.
I'll do the one that, if I'm facing it, directly to the right, that small one where I was We're,
trying to drown me.
yeah, over there.
Okay.
Yeah, our favorite, Arwell.
And I'll just be at the top, and I'll launch Eldritch Blast down there.
What are the components for Eldritch Blast?
If I'm not mistaken, I may be mistaken. Let me double check. It might have verbal. I know there's not like materials. It is verbal and somatic. Then what I
Probably
could do,
just dismantle it.
You can vocalize underwater. You just lose some of your air when you do it. And it can't be heard, but that's okay because it doesn't rely on being heard. It just relies on being spoken, right? If a spell is cast in a forest and no one's around to hear it, does it still work?
I thought we weren't going to get into philosophy.
All right. So Jeremy Crawford, who is, I guess, until someone else takes his spot, the final word on rules, and he says that being underwater does not interfere with spellcasting.
Really?
So
Even with verbal components?
if you are playing in a game where the DM says, no, you can't cast underwater, be polite. Show them this tweet by Jeremy Crawford, but it's still, he's the DM. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's now considered a house rule if you can't cast spells underwater.
I do think it's weird, though, if you can just cast spells normally underwater, especially if they're verbal. Because that seems a little weird to me.
You can absolutely talk underwater. You just can't be heard well.
I agree. I would agree. All right.
As a scuba diver, I know this to be true. I have done it.
Now then, you cast prejudice, or no,
Prestidigitation.
you, that would actually work, I think. You cast Eldritch Blast, and go ahead and roll to see if you hit.
All right. Let's take a look-see here.
Prestidigitate, a pocket of warm water behind you as you swim.
I thought about preparing create or destroy water, but it's only 10
23.
gallons at a time.
Ugh.
And your damage.
Damage for that is 1d20. Let's take a look-see here. 7.
Okay.
Ooh, I can see you guys in the reflection on my cup.
You blast this little beaver dam here, and you can see all the vegetation just kind of go up, and you start to feel the swirling motion of the water start to drain until the vegetation all collects again.
That is what it is. All right. Oh, man. All righty. Did it seem like it was a really powerful suction?
Yeah, I would say it's about a 5-inch drain. So
Oh, okay. So if I was able to,
I wouldn't put my hand over it.
but I could like maybe swim down there, collect the stuff.
The vegetation?
The vegetation, and then swim out, presumably with no trouble. Or maybe if I pull the rope, at least no trouble then. Okay.
Okay.
And I will.
Now, for the rest of you, you're standing there holding onto the rope, waiting for the tugs, and all of a sudden you hear this roar that sounds like rushing water,
Oh, okay. Oh, well, maybe that's not
just kind of echoing through the tomb that you're in, and you're like, where is that coming from? Because you can't really place it. And
Does
then
it
it
look
just
like
kind
the
of
water is going down?
it just kind of trickles to a stop, and then you're in silence again, and you can hear the sounds of dripping.
Okay.
All right. I will collect as much of the vegetation, clear out the drain as I can,
Okay.
use prestidigitation if I have to, and tug the rope 3 times, hold on to the bundle of trash.
Okay. You pull, and that roaring for the rest of you picks up again. And then you feel the tug.
Pull hard. Pull hard.
Heave ho! Heave ho! I'm sorry, Frederick, you're not a hoe.
We'll keep heaving though.
Okay. Now, it does seem to you that
Sorry,
the water,
really-
the water level is dropping ever so slightly.
But not fast enough.
I told you there was drains.
You demand. High five.
Okay,
We're like,
so should we?
algae.
Ew. Leave the vegetation here and do another one.
all right.
You
And
guys
that's
go
all-
down again, Frederick.
Yeah, yeah.
I would avoid the middle one.
I'll do the other small one, opposite side of that one, just the nearest one. Same thing. Go down there, collect.
The problem is
Uh-oh.
when you try to
You're now swimming against a current.
well, that's there it goes. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Man,
Yeah,
Stay-
it's totally crazy.
stay together. Oh, you guys
You
can't
don't
see
know
it.
if it's crazy.
It's so crazy.
Wow.
There it goes. You see it?
It's running away.
Oh my God. That's so weird. It's like the table's slanted or something. All right. So your fairy fire is slipping away.
It's being pulled into the drain.
When you swim down to this part of the vegetation, you realize that it's actually tangled and it's really difficult for you to get it up.
Oh, well, then I'll do Eldritch Blast.
Oh, see, that's how it works. Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Alright. Well, it is not moving, but I still rolled fairly poorly. 10 altogether.
Okay. And damage?
Oop, wrong one.
Fortunately, the vegetation does not have great dexterity.
8 damage altogether.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
So the same thing, vegetation just kind of explodes like a slow motion explosion underwater. For the rest of you, all of a sudden that whooshing sound becomes stereoized.
Ooh.
And now
It worked.
the vegetation kind of coalesces again, and now you're free to pick up the nest.
Pick it up, clean as
Yank.
much as I can, pull.
How many of these are you going to do?
Well, how does it seem to be going down at a fairly decent speed with just the two?
With the two, you figure about 6 hours.
Oh.
Oof, that's pretty.
Okay, so if 2 will get rid of it in 6 hours, 4 will get rid of it in 3.
And there's the big drain in the middle.
I assume the big drain in the middle will be person-sized and probably would drag me in.
I think you don't want to do the big drain in the middle before you've done the others because the odds of us being able to reach the other 2 once there's a large drain in the middle is slim. I think you want to do the other 2 first.
That's a good idea.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, our little system with the blast, let it settle, collect, clean. I'll do it through the bottom left and then the bottom right, or rather the northeast one and the northwest one,
Okay.
respectively. Leaving the middle one as is.
You're not going to touch the middle one.
No.
Okay.
At least not yet.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We could do like a short rest or something like that if you'd like, or I don't know.
Well, I mean,
It's up to
once the water level has gone down enough,
Yeah, to where we
Well,
can
I-
like stand and breathe.
yeah.
Right. True.
Dennis, how tall is this chamber?
It peaks up.
Okay.
So 50 feet at the top.
Oh, that's going to take a while.
I think it's worth it to get the big one. I mean, especially since we have Frederick tied to a rope.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if we'd be able to get him past the big one to the other 2 once that current started. We'll still be able to pull him out.
I think so.
All right.
You're in good hands, Frederick.
I hope the rope holds.
We might want to do a second rope this time.
Yeah, let's go ahead and double up on the ropes.
All right. We'll double up on the ropes and we'll send Frederick back in to Eldritch Blast the middle one.
Might have to do a
Okay.
couple on this one.
Roll to hit.
Fishing with Frederick.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel, Frederick.
24 to hit.
Don't shoot in this barrel.
Roll your
Frederick's
damage.
in there.
7 damage.
And roll for initiative.
That's what I was afraid of. Ooh, that ain't good. This is going to get a drop on me. 7.
Did Frederick anger the beavers?
I want you all to know, I was willing to wait 3 hours. Regali was not.
We are being hunted, so I mean, time is precious.
Everyone gave Regali a hard time about wanting the rest earlier, so I
Yeah, fair enough.
don't know.
So what else are we gonna do while we
We
wait?
we got this.
Well, you guys might.
It's gonna be like a little.
You don't know what's happening yet.
It's gonna be like this little bluegill.
Is it ever?
Or this massive monster that we just reel in?
It's just a little white rabbit.
It
No, what
bites
is it?
Frederick.
You're gonna reel it back in. It's gonna be this monster with 2 ropes hanging out its mouth.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant by fishing with Frederick.
Ugh.
Frederick is the bait.
Okay, trapped in this giant nest, which has now been freed. I don't know if I've got one of him wet. Let me see here.
You can just imagine if we have to.
Yeah,
Imagine
but it'd be
one of these.
so much fun if he was wet.
It's gonna
Do
be
I
a
have
zombie
one?
child.
I don't have a wet one.
Zombie child.
Just do like you did with the water in the entryway. Just draw a bunch of blue squiggles.
Do what?
We have to
Draw-
erase squiggles
draw
every
some-
line.
Drawing some water droplets.
This looks real sweaty.
Right?
Oh!
Oh,
Oh,
Sorry,
good.
that was.
Oh, good.
Not a zombie, folks. Not a zombie.
Oh!
Well.
oh, it's
It's as near as you can get without being one.
Really?
Eh,
Somebody
it's
been
not
doing
a
their
white, is it?
doing their homework?
I don't know what it is. It looks, though, like some type of undead thing. And if you know anything about the Raven Queen, am not a big fan of undead.
Oh, really? You haven't mentioned before.
Oh, haven't I? Well, allow me to remind. We don't like
You
it.
really should tell us these things, Frederick.
Yeah. You have plenty of time since you came back from the dead and all.
He comes around to all your houses with a pamphlet that says zombies are bad.
Good morning.
Orion's like, I can't read that.
Zombies are bad. Okay.
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 Good.
Zombies are bad. Okay. Well, goodness gracious.
Ravens are good. Whose arm is that?
He's at a,
Frederick's.
oh, it was something he was gnawing
Oh.
on.
Is
So
that a child's arm?
he's at a plus
No.
4, so that's a 17, and
That sounds pretty quick, if you ask me.
is your armor class 18?
It is.
So he missed you. However,
Goodness. Oh no!
he does have the rope.
It's a good thing we didn't do fairy fire this
Both of
time.
them? We did use 2 this time.
No, he's only got 1 rope.
Oh, thank goodness.
And
Oh, is he tugging on that rope?
no, he's not tugging, but he, with his claws, let me make sure he can do it.
Hmm.
Yes, with a 19, you are 1 rope down. So for the rest of you, there seems to be some kind of, not tugging, but definite movement,
And then sudden slack.
and then sudden slack in one of the ropes.
Let's pull the other rope.
Pull
Frederick,
the rope.
it's your turn.
Man, it's good we doubled up on ropes.
Presumably, I'm about to be pulled back. Hopefully, if my friends are as helpful as I hope they are.
Why would you doubt us?
Let's ask
We've
for
only let you
Dolly.
down once.
Die before?
Let's see. Anyway,
We are not the soul of competence.
I will.
He's got the Raven Queen on his side. It should be fine.
Oh, he's fine. Bonus action. Casting Wrathful Smite into my sword.
Okay.
So the energy wraps up all around that. And then if I'm not mistaken, last time I did make it shrink it down to a short sword. So I can use, what was it? I could use my dexterity to use it without disadvantage underwater.
Yep.
Yeah. So do that and try to attack this here creature.
Okay.
That's a 14 to hit.
That does hit him.
All right. Now with short sword, that is a d6 of damage. Alright. And then with the Wrathful Smite as another d6. Not too great, but 7 altogether, and he needs to make a Wisdom save and throw against a 13.
He rolls an 18.
Ooh, okay. Well, then he succeeded. All right.
Anything else?
Nope, that's the, and that was well, you know what? Well, I am right on top of him, so I don't want to swim away for fear of getting an attack of opportunity, so I will stay where I am.
Really? Interesting.
Unless as a free action, I can pull the rope 3 times.
Oh, natural 20.
Ooh, that's the bad stuff right there.
As your movement, I would have allowed you to tug on the rope.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Can he do it as his reaction?
As a reaction? Yeah.
Tug that rope.
Oh, did we get into added into initiative when the rope suddenly went slack? Or
Yeah, based on that, we already know that there's trouble.
Really?
Do we?
a rope suddenly going slack?
The last word I heard was, oh, he's in good with the Raven Queen.
As soon as the rope broke, I said,
Hey, it's fine.
we're starting to pull it in.
Amber.
Oof. Not looking forward to this damage. Really not.
11.
Oh. I'm still up. Clearly. Coughing up
Okay.
blood in the water.
The rest of you feel 3 tugs.
We pulled.
Yeah, we're already pulling.
Let's see. I don't believe he's got any special grapple. All right. So you... Are you a full elf? You're not full elf.
Half.
So DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
All right. 14.
All right. You feel like this fever chill go through your body, but you shake it off.
Ooh, that ain't good.
All right. So he will... He's at a +2 to hit with his teeth. And he misses. However, for some strange reason, he's being yanked through the water right along with you. Almost
Does
as
he
if by magic.
Oh, okay. That's not good, but at least, at least he'll then be in front of everyone else.
All right. Before you get dragged to the steps and around the corner, you can make one more attack because if you don't, he will.
Well, then I will make another attack then. Actually, what I'll do is cast Mirror Image on myself. So all of a sudden, boom, there are 4 of me in total.
Nice.
It is a useful spell for situations such as this.
All being dragged gracefully by the ropes.
That's actually an interesting thing. Would the rope say,
What is your dexterity modifier?
Dexterity modifier is +3. So they all have a armor class of 13.
And how many duplicates?
There's 3 additional ones, so 4 altogether. Me,
So
3.
6 or higher. Okay. Okay. He lets go of the rope and he seems to be swimming. So he's letting you go, but you can see him slowly with his
Whoa.
teeth gnashing.
Ugh.
Kind of reminds me of that scene in Aliens where they have to go through the water to... Okay, he is not fast into the water, by the way.
Oh, good.
So as you get hauled up and you inhale, what is it that you say, Frederick?
Monster.
Now everyone can roll for initiative.
Laying there in like a pool of blood that's being dragged over me. Monster. And there's like 3 other me's just looking up at you saying monster at the same time.
14 for Orion.
I don't know about pool of blood, but definitely trail of blood.
Yeah. It's becoming slowly a pool of blood.
4.
Ooh. Regali?
13.
The dice are not with me tonight. Or ever.
All right. It doesn't take him long, but you see this ghoul come right up the steps, and he's coming right after Frederick's legs as he backs up and he starts kicking. And we'll go with Orion.
All right. Can you
Yes, I
pull the
can.
map? Okay. So I am going to...
I gotta catch it.
Oops.
I gotta catch it.
I'm not sure that would still be in effect. Wasn't that before the rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you not cast it again?
Nope.
Oh, all right. Everybody say goodbye to the light sphere.
Which is a really good thing, because if it was on Frederick, the ghoul would have had advantage
Ugh.
on its attacks.
I'll put him over here by the fire.
Keep him company.
Until it rolls away.
All right. There we go. How's that?
Pretty.
So Yummy is coming up the steps, and Frederick starts kicking. Yeah.
Get away.
Okay, Ryan.
I am going to leap forward in front of Frederick and come down with like 2 hands, hammer fist style, one on the top of the head, and then try for a backswing as an uppercut with a double fist.
Okay.
The first one is a 17 to hit,
That does hit.
and the uppercut is a nat 20.
Ooh. That'll do some damage.
It will. So hammer fist down is 10 points of bludgeoning, and then the uppercut crit is 9 points of damage, so 19 points of bludgeoning damage in total.
Okay. How do you want to do it?
Well, as the uppercut comes back, it just kind of snaps his head back, and we hear a loud crack as his spine snaps, and then his head kind of just lolls off to the side.
Gruesome.
Oof. Ow.
Well, his head lolls to the side, and does it then like fall into the water with a big splash?
Yeah, it just kind of sinks. Well, it kind of sinks back into the water.
Nice.
Now lifeless.
Hooey.
You all right, buddy?
No. Nope. Not really.
All right. Well, let's get him out of the
Dude,
water.
got a blood splatter, but now all the blood's gonna be like seeping towards the dray.
Can
It's-
we?
I
Can we
really
notice?
don't
if
like
the-
Frederick right now.
Yeah. Is the water level going down faster now?
Much faster, yes.
Okay. Well, let's drag Frederick back up into the dry area of the tunnel and let the water seep. And Frederick, you need some healing.
I will cure wounds on Frederick.
For how much?
Oh, much obliged. Thank you.
Only 6. Sorry, Frederick.
I mean, that's like 3 times as much as I did have. So,
Wow.
I hate rolling 1s on healing. Feels like a waste of spell slot.
At least you get to add your thing.
Well, how long does it take for the water level to go down? All the drain out.
About 30 minutes.
Okay.
So Frederick, do you know how to deal with ghosts since you don't like undead and all?
well, I mean, most of the time you hit them a lot and they'll do it. I got
I mean-
spells and stuff that can help. Like, well, I tried to get this guy with I tried to smite him, but
I meant like the ghost that was possessing you.
well, if it's possessing me, I don't really have control of my body.
Exactly.
Okay, but like if it comes back and tries to
Oh.
possess someone else, what should we do?
Well, if my understanding is right, I think magical weapons and, spells are generally what would do the best connect with it, at least on its...
At the person that's being possessed? That doesn't seem
at
like a good idea.
I thought you were saying just if we just saw it again. Because if we just see it again, kill it.
No, let's communicate with it.
Yeah, are you sure
I-
you can't like talk with it or?
Well, all right. Our
Maybe we can
interactions
talk-
with it have so far been it messing with us and then possessing me and trying to kill Orion, you.
And it's undead. Maybe what's best is killing it so that it can move on.
It's
What's
not
it-
supposed to be here.
It's a ghost. Is it really undead or is it just dead?
It's here, so it's undead.
The point is,
If it's
it
dead-
can't be redeemed. It needs
it's
to
dead-
move on.
Well,
I've
hey-
seen where they go. I know there's a place after this that they go.
I'm gonna back Frederick on this.
I'm not saying we don't kill it. And that's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying before we kill it, maybe we can communicate with it to see what put it in this position.
Oh, like how it died and what might have happened to
Yeah.
its body and whether or not it was used as a vessel to reincarnate a deity that we don't want around?
That's a good idea. That's a good question.
Okay, the ghoul itself, is it human in size or is it like small person in size?
Oh, no, that's very human.
Okay.
Very, very 6-footish.
Anything about it that stands out to us that we should pay attention to, or is it just,
It was ravenous.
okay?
Took a good chunk out of my leg.
Uh-huh. What do you want to, well, what do you guys want to do? Once the water levels, once the water's down?
Well, there was a couple rooms, another washroom that I saw in there. I mean, I didn't get a good look at the room where it'd be on our left, but
Investigate.
yeah.
Let's go in.
As soon as the water gets down, then we can kind of go in there all together, get like
Okay.
a little bit more light down there.
I'll Before we go down, I'll check out Frederick's leg, make sure it's not infected.
It is not.
Bite.
He passed his test. Okay, the water is down. Let me get rid of. Okay.
Now there's just streaks of blood everywhere.
This was indeed a shower room. All along these walls on the north and south are pegs where people used to put their towels. Now that the grass is gone, you can tell that there was at some point some kind of locker room.
Oh,
I wonder what kind of grass that was. It was in a locker room.
anything?
I think it's
of-
more like the algae that grows when you don't clean something for a long time.
Oh no, this was definite vegetation.
Oh, okay.
Vines with leaves at one point.
Huh.
There was indeed a slime coat on everything. So please consider the floor
Difficult terrain.
difficult terrain.
Okay.
Were the leaf vines growing up from the drains?
They were growing down from the ceiling.
Oh.
You can see the holes up there and the bare stalks that used to, or at one point had infiltrated and found a nice growing place to grow.
Huh. Anything in the room to the east?
Where's my notes? There's my notes. And dozy dotes. To the east is let's see. This is a smallish room. It contains 4 long benches and several niches along the walls. With his foot interlocked around one of the stone benches is a dead body. It's been here for quite some time.
Does its armor bear the symbol of that one group
The
with all the other dead
Seekers?
bodies? Yeah, that
Yes.
Seekers.
Yep.
Will his armor fit Ember, since we're apparently outfitting the entire group in Seeker garb?
You don't want this armor. However,
Okay.
there is a short sword that hangs in his scabbard. The scabbard is completely useless. However, the short sword does seem to be extremely well made.
Ooh.
This corpse has teeth marks, gnaw marks in its bones,
Is it missing an arm?
and cracked open as if something was trying to get to the marrow.
Ugh.
However, this body has been dead for 50-ish years or more.
Oh.
And it is missing its right hand.
Ew.
I'm sorry, right arm.
Still
And the
ew.
ghoul's just been like gnawing on it like a favorite chew toy this whole time.
Amen.
Go
Okay.
was stuck down there with it.
Apparently its teeth aren't that good.
I don't know. I think Frederick would disagree with you on that one.
I've just seen how fast like my brother's dog destroys chew toys. Like I'm surprised that the arm was still as intact as it was.
Okay. Anybody interested in the short sword? Since it looks well made.
I got the short bow, so if anybody else wants the short sword, that's fair.
Yeah, I prefer these.
We could at least take a look at it.
I have my spoon. Okay.
Yeah. Have at it, Regali.
Okay.
Regali, eventually you'll find out, is a +1 short sword.
Ooh,
Oh.
fancy.
I'm assuming you're going to the other room.
Yes, sir.
This small room contains 4 long benches and several niches along the walls, almost exactly like the other place. Except, if you ransack the little niches, you come up with 38 gold pieces, 2 platinum pieces,
Ooh.
Wow, Kazali.
and a ring that has that seeker's symbol on it. It is a silver ring.
Ooh.
Okay. I've already got a magical ring on my finger. So if anybody wants to investigate or have a look at this Silver Seeker's ring, be my guest. Well, I should ask, it doesn't look like the ring that I've got.
No.
Okay.
Take a poke
Oh.
at it.
Take a look at the ring.
Yeah.
It's silver. It's got a multi-pointed like star on it, and that's the emblem that they've all been wearing. And it seems to be made of silver.
Maybe have Regali look at it before putting it on, since the other one, I think, did something bad if you put it on the wrong way.
Charlie, you want to take a look?
Sure.
You guys are so untrusting.
Oh, yeah.
You literally said the other one, if he had put it on the wrong way, it would have, like,
We've been cursed.
cursed him.
Yuka, 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 haka, au, katapaka.
Oh, did you do that again?
Yes, I know that it's a bad idea that's probably summoning attention, but all that she was told when she asked Alustin was not to say it in front of clerics. She doesn't know any better. Oh no.
Oh,
You know
dear
what
Lord.
what he's been doing, he's been rolling 3d10s, and he's been waiting for it to come up with 666.
Oh gosh.
No, actually, it's 2d10s and it's percentiles. And
Oh,
I
no.
I just rolled 99.
Oh.
But only 100 is bad, right?
Right? Or the percentage is, 1 through whatever is the bad ones. 99 is the best it almost could be, except for 100,
Also,
right?
you know, Regali, even without the magic words, you're still the best of us at understanding magic items.
Okay, Regali, there
He
is...
doesn't know that there's a reason not to use the magic words.
She
literally,
doesn't.
Fair enough.
He doesn't.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other than they sound demonic.
Regali,
Which is why she hasn't done it in front of any clerics or paladins.
there is...
Generally, if you have to avoid doing it in front of clerics and paladins, it's usually not a good idea.
There does not seem to be anything magical about this signet ring.
Oh, what a waste.
Not magical.
Still looks nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
if it's
pretty-
over, we can still sell it.
Okay. Then shall we continue down to where you said the other bathroom was?
Yeah, let's go.
Okie dokie.
So that's it?
Is there anything else of interest in this room?
No, not in this room.
Then we'll go on out and we'll go take a look at that.
Okay. It is indeed a 2-stall bathroom. It was at one point extremely flooded. However, you can see where the 3 shells are. but the containers above them are empty. So at one point in time, flushing away the waste would be because of a water container above it, and those are both empty. And with that, we'll take another short break.